morning, noon, and night, and carry them right into the dream world, he would know what world he's creating. Stop for one moment and ask yourself, what am I thinking now? You're carrying on a little tiny inner speech at every moment of time. You may be in the presence of someone that the world thinks important, but you don't. And inwardly you are saying, but only God hears it, what you're actually saying. Outwardly, you are pleased to meet him, and you are flattered with the contact, but inwardly, what are you saying? This is what I ask everyone to observe. Observe what you're actually doing on the inside, for that is what God sees. And what you're doing on the inside, you're doing in little tiny speech movements. And they're crystallizing in the manifested world round about you. So if to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, well, we all would be kings. We all would be everything that we want to be in this world. But we find it more difficult to do it than to know what to do. And so I could tell you from now to the end of time, and only practice you will do it. Just practice. And when a man looks and he sees a building that seems beyond his wildest dream of ever acquiring it, and he has reasons that he does not share with anyone but his mother. He's the only one who takes into his company. But he loves her, and he shares only with her what he's doing. And he sees a sign implying that he does own it. But as he looks at it, he could not read the sign and not inwardly repeat it. But inwardly he is saying, it is my building, as he reads his own name on that building. And day after day as he goes by, he reads his own name on the building, which implies that he has it. And then, out of the blue, 2 years later, they fail. And a stranger comes in and offers to put the money up to buy it. He has no collateral. At that day, he was owner of the building. And then conducted the most fantastically marvelous, successful business in that for many, many years. And then an offer came that offered him of many, many times more than he paid for it. He paid $50,000 for it of other person's money and sold it without any capital gain for $840,000. There was no capital gain. All by inner speech. For you could not read something without using your lips. No one sees it. But I read something, and inwardly I am repeating what I'm reading. A few months ago, going to Beverly Hills, and here's a man reading a paper. And every word he read, he was forming in his lips. I could watch him. Could I have actually interpreted the motion of his lips, I could have told you exactly what he was reading. For he formed everything. But everyone is doing that, but not as obvious as he did it. So you read something, and inwardly you're actually repeating the words. But now, if the thing is all in your imagination, that's all it was in his, only his imagination. That was God's gift. It's translated in the Hermetica as mind. And God has given to man, and man alone, two gifts, and to no other mortal creature. And the gifts are mind and speech. And these are like the gifts of immortality. And by these gifts, he does not differ in any respect from the immortals. And if he used them wisely, the whole world is his. For are we not told that the world was created by the Word of God? And things that are seen were made out of things that are not seen. So here out of the nowhere we create by inner speech and the use of what, call it mind if you will. I like the word imagination. To me it inflames me. and I can imagine a state, any state, if I can only persuade myself of the reality of the state imagined. That's the important thing. To believe in the reality of the state imagined. But to know what to do is not the same as doing it. So, if to do is as easy as to know what were good to do, well then, chapels have been churches, and poor men's cottages, princes' palaces. And how many teachers in the world follow their own instructions? I am telling you exactly what I know from experience, whether it be the law or the promise. But I am not telling you that everyone will apply it wisely. I am not telling you in the end there will not be a shakedown. And then there will be a separation of those who really believed it and those who only pretended to believe it.